I am Brahm Wiseman from Heroes Comics in downtown London, 186 Dundas Street. Heroes Comics is probably the biggest downtown comic store. It's a large, eclectic store that covers everything comic book related, so pop culture based, action figures, toys, and other collectibles. But really, it's all about what begins with that sort of medium of comic books. Comics are a medium celebrated worldwide. It's a distinctly North American or American medium that was during World War II time, I would say, brought to the rest of the world. So comics were left by soldiers in Japan, they were left by soldiers in Europe, and it was neat to see sort of where comics branched out. In Europe, they're really treated more as high art than they have been here. A lot of things limited comics in North America. They were known as newsstand, sort of disposable fodder for years through the 50s, 60s, 70s. They were promoted for children. You really weren't allowed to do more mature subject matter. In Europe, they went a different way. They really appreciated the art. They were written more for adults. And then in Japan, the same scene, and that just exploded. In Canada, maybe 10% regularly of the population regularly read comics. 50% have read some comics, something like that. In Japan, like everybody, or at least they did, had read comics. So that meant they were making comics for little girls, comic books for stay-at-home mothers, comics for businessmen. There was just like everybody read comics, and they were all celebrated. Globalization's happened over the last 30, 40 years. We've sort of learned from all these different cultures, and I mean, North American comics now, and have been for the last 30 years, just this eclectic mix of all the great comics in the world, influenced by all that to just do any sort of thing that the medium can explore, right? Probably more so than movies or TV. We can do just about anything. When you take any art style and any sort of literary written style and mix them together, the possibilities are endless.